Toyota just handed the Highlander a brand new identity, and it changes everything the nameplate used to stand for. If you've been looking for a 3-row electric SUV from a brand known for reliability, your timing couldn't be better. Most buyers assumed this model was quietly fading in Toyota's lineup, but what's actually unfolding is something far more significant. New role. For years, the Highlander held a firm grip on its segment. Families counted on it, dealerships stocked it, and sales stayed consistently strong. That changed when the Grand Highlander arrived. Bigger and more spacious, the Grand Highlander absorbed a large share of Highlander buyers, leaving the original model in an uncomfortable position. Toyota's response wasn't to retire it, it was to reimagine it entirely. Going forward, the Highlander nameplate is going to stand for something different. The 2027 model is arriving as a fully electric 3-row SUV, the first of its kind under the Toyota badge. Buyers who want a conventional or hybrid powertrain in a 3-row Toyota will be pointing toward the Grand Highlander. The Highlander itself is taking a sharper, more defined direction, one that puts it directly against the Kia EV9 and Hyundai Ioniq 9. That's a competitive field, but Toyota is bringing enough to this fight to make things very interesting. A new role is a bold statement, but it means absolutely nothing if the powertrain can't back it up. And what Toyota is putting under this Highlander is going to surprise a lot of people. Powertrain, all electric. 2 configurations are going to be on offer, both built around real-world family needs. The base setup is a front-wheel drive, single-motor unit rated at 221 horsepower and 198 pound-feet of torque, paired with a 77 kilowatt-hour battery and a claimed range of 287 miles. For families running daily school runs, grocery trips, and weekend errands, this covers the bases without stress. One of the biggest hesitations people have with electric SUVs is whether a fully loaded family vehicle is going to feel sluggish when it matters most. The dual-motor, all-wheel drive version is going to put that concern to rest with 338 horsepower and 323 pound-feet of torque, figures that surpass every gas and hybrid Highlander that came before it. The 77 kilowatt-hour pack delivers a claimed 270 miles on all-wheel drive models. Upgrading to the 95.8 kilowatt-hour battery, optional on the XLE all-wheel drive, and standard on the Limited, pushes that to 320 miles. Running out of charge on a family road trip is the concern that still keeps many buyers away from electric vehicles. The Highlander is coming with a NACS port, putting the full Tesla supercharger network within reach. DC fast charging from 10 to 80% is going to take approximately 30 minutes regardless of battery size, while a full level 2 home charge takes just over 7 hours with the smaller pack. Vehicle-to-load functionality is going to be standard, meaning the battery can power external devices or serve as a home backup during an outage. On all-wheel drive trims, multi-terrain select and crawl control are also going to be available, which is a real capability that most 3-row EVs don't even attempt to offer. So the powertrain is genuinely impressive, but if you think Toyota only focused on what's under the hood, wait until you see what they've done to the outside of this Highlander, because it looks nothing like what came before it. New look. Visually, this is a clear break from every Highlander that preceded it. The front end is going clean and grillless, similar in approach to the BZ Woodland. At the rear, a low-profile, full-width taillight runs across the entire tailgate. Side sculpting carries influence from the current Land Cruiser's character lines. None of it looks like any previous generation. Total length is going to reach 198.8 inches, which is nearly 4 inches more than the outgoing model. The wheelbase stretches to 120.1 inches, an 8.1-inch gain that directly improves interior space. Width grows by 2.3 inches to 78.3 inches, while height drops 0.8 inch to 67.3 inches. An optional 2-tone exterior finish is going to be available using contrasting roof colors to emphasize the vehicle's wider, lower stance. The new proportions leave behind the upright character of the gas-powered generation, and out on the road, this Highlander is going to draw attention in a way its predecessor rarely managed. The new exterior is a bold move, but a sharp design only gets you so far, and if the cabin doesn't hold up its end of the deal, none of it matters to the families actually buying this thing. Interior design. Cabin design was one area where the previous Highlander never quite matched its closest rivals. That's going to change significantly with this generation. The redesigned dashboard takes inspiration from the latest RAV4, with screens taking center stage, with physical buttons for climate control staying in place. A practical decision that a lot of drivers are going to appreciate on a busy morning. Anyone who has tried to fit adults into a third-row seat knows how quickly that becomes a source of complaints. The longer wheelbase is creating enough room for adults to sit back there without the cramped, knees-to-chest feeling the old model carried. Toyota is also extending soft-touch materials to the third-row armrests, which is a detail that signals rear seat comfort is being taken seriously this time around. Seating reaches up to 7 in XLE trims with the optional bench, while a 6-passenger layout with second-row captain's chairs is standard across the lineup. Cargo space behind the third row is going to be 15.9 cubic feet, growing to 45.6 cubic feet with the row folded flat. Think about how often a bag, a purse, or a tablet ends up crammed under a seat because there's nowhere to put it. A large open storage compartment beneath the center screen is going to solve exactly that problem. USB ports are throughout all 3 rows. Ambient lighting offers 64 color options, and faux leather Softex upholstery is going to be standard from the base trim up. The interior is a major step forward, but a comfortable cabin with nothing to keep the family connected is going to feel dated fast. So let's talk about what Toyota has packed in on the technology side. Technology. A 14-inch center touchscreen and a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster are going to define the dashboard experience. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are going to be standard. 5G connectivity is going to be built in, alongside integrated audio streaming and embedded navigation. Toyota's updated multimedia software is running the whole setup, and early impressions suggest it's a meaningful step forward in responsiveness over the previous generation. A lot of families rely on dash cams for peace of mind, but that usually means another device, another mount, and another cable. Drive Recorder is going to eliminate that entirely, using the Highlander's built-in cameras as a factory-integrated dash cam. Side-by-side wireless phone chargers sit in the center console, and the added cabin width means they won't cut into usable space. Standard safety equipment is going to include automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, lane departure alert, and automatic high beams. The Limited adds a 360-degree camera, traffic jam assist with hands-free capability in specific conditions, lane change assist, and additional parking aids, making this one of the most complete safety packages in the 3-row segment. Release date and price. The 2027 Toyota Highlander is going on sale later this year. Pricing is going to start at an estimated $54,000 for the XLE front-wheel drive. The XLE all-wheel drive is going to carry an estimated $57,000, while the Limited all-wheel drive is going to land at approximately $60,000. The XLE all-wheel drive is shaping up to be the strongest value in the range. It's the trim that unlocks the larger 95.8 kilowatt-hour battery and the maximum 320-mile range. The Limited adds ventilated front seats, heated second-row seats, a head-up display, and rear sunshades. Both the Highlander and its battery are going to be manufactured in the United States, which is going to matter to a growing number of buyers weighing their options in today's market. What Toyota is doing with the 2027 Highlander is straightforward. It's taking a nameplate that was losing ground and giving it a reason to exist again. An all-electric powertrain with up to 320 miles of range, a completely redesigned exterior, a cabin that finally addresses the comfort complaints that followed the previous generation, and a technology package that covers everything from built-in dash cam recording to hands-free driving. It all adds up to a vehicle that's going to be genuinely difficult to ignore in a segment that's only getting more competitive. Whether you're replacing a family SUV or stepping into an electric vehicle for the first time, the 2027 Highlander is shaping up to be the most well-rounded argument Toyota has made for going electric. The all-electric Highlander certainly represents a big thing because there aren't many electric SUVs with genuine 3-row capability. In case you prefer more conventional family haulers, the good thing is that the market is still full of excellent options, including the Mazda CX-90, which you can check out in our next video. It's elegant, refined, luxurious, and smooth, let alone the fact that it's a mainstream SUV with an inline-6 powertrain that's usually associated with way more expensive premium badged alternatives, as well as an equally capable plug-in hybrid, which altogether make it arguably the most appealing option in the segment.